Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. One of the great things about the early part of the season, high-profile non-conference games, and that's what we have for you on EA Sports College Football. It's the BYU Cougars and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off-play action on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Casper. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna run it. It's Martin. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. The Cougars come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run on their first 3 plays of the game in their own end. Run, 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 but they don't pick up the first down. Now it'll be interesting to see if they continue running the football their next time out.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on and they wear this defense down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Carr to throw. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Back to throw, it's Carr. Gets it out fast. At the 45 on his way. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Carr. Zings it complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the...
There's some room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Finds his tight end. Smashes ahead. And another broken tackle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, one thing you know about this guy is once he has the ball in his hands, he's very difficult to bring down to the ground. That time, really nice job breaking a tackle, getting north, picking up more yards. Defense, they need to gang tackle him because he's a problem.
The run inside. It's Martin. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. from the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And I love that the defense was ready for the speed out wide. This offense, you're going to see more and more of it as the game goes along. They love to use his speed to run across the formation. You can run away from defenders, run away from zone coverage, but they were all dialed in. They broke on it, and they made the nice tackle.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cougars.
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Porter. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here come the Irish, back on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touch.
He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 35.
What a throw on 1st down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play. And that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
They'll run it. It's Williams. Maybe a crease. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a 1st down on every single play they run.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll send the back in motion. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. Nice job there working the post route. Really accurate throw, and it ends up being a touchdown.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Lions. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Got the back over the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. Now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. All they needed were a couple of inches, and they were able to convert on 4th down.
Man, I like the play call. You don't have to be perfect when you just need a couple of inches. I mean, you got a back that you trust that can lower his pads, fall forward, go get it. Love the call.
Spits it out to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Martin. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Running inside, it's Martin. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
BYU lines up with a 1st and goal. Using the quick game. Looking for the end zone. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Martin. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. The quarterback sneak. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They've converted on 4th down once, but here's the big one. 4th and goal. Timeout is called. Make sure everybody's on the same page. Play clock was down to 4. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Making side adjustments here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Motion from the wideout. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Throwing, Carr. Escapes the pressure to his right. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one, and you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He's
looking to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Here's a little room there. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Going to the run, it's Williams. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. The sure hands, it's Bachmeier.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. They're working that left side. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Across the 25. He is in! Touchdown, Cougars! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
They'll try to power it in. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Right on the money. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They got the explosive play now to finish the deal. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Got his man. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Let's see what he can do with it. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Carr to throw. Williams open on the right side. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
C.J. Carr firing again. This time it's complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
gets right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Carr. Finds his target down the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Throwing, Carr, got it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go right back to him. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. It'll be 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Quick completion on the out. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air. It's Carr. Gets rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got him this time. Makes a grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
Hey, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Knocked down immediately. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and long with the run, and nothing doing. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Unloads to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Casper. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. There was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left, and he's got to fit that football into a really tight space where his guy can make the catch. Very confident throw that time by the QB.
Complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Listen, as the game goes along, you start to figure out what that defense does. And then offense, I think they got a really good clue that that corner route continues to be open.
Might have a chance. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies behind the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And how about the defense coming up huge. It looked like this was going to get really, really close, and they do what they do, man. Make that one big play, Palmer. Force not only the turnover, and then take it all the way back to the house. They looked like they were about to give up points, and then all of a sudden, they get points of their own.
And that was a bad decision by the quarterback, too, David. I get it. You're trailing on the scoreboard, but you got to know you can't get it all back on one throw. He threw that into traffic. Give the defense credit. They were where they needed to be. They didn't just pick it off. They took it to the house and added insult to injury.
He'll bring it out. It's Dell. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Dropping back, it's Bachmeyer. He lets one fly deep. Upstairs to make the catch. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Fires to the middle. Got his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Rushes on him. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I love offenses that are willing to find matchups and take advantage of them. Like, use your running back in the middle of the field. You want to use a linebacker, so be it. He can beat it. This guy has really good speed, really good ball skills, and I like the way they're using him out of the backfield.
Touchdown, BYU! He shed tackles right and left and housed it.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Direct snap. He's not going to make it. They stop him at the 1, and the 2-pointer is no good. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The run inside. It's Williams. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Right back to the well. He's in open space downfield. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Got a little grass. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Right back to the well. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On the ground with the counter. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The give on the counter. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Quick toss. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And I like what this offense did. They run the option. They're good at it. They read it. They run the pitch. They get some positive yards. But more importantly, they set up a 4th and really short. They're successful in these situations most of the time.
He got it. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Gonna take a shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Open spaces. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Here's a heat. He's not afraid to go deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback.
Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the ring. He's got it along the sideline. He's into the open down the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
And that is exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
On to attempt the try. Right down the middle. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Mobley. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Carr. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. He lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Throwing Carr. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Quickly complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the 1st down.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
I love the play call in this situation. You need 1 1st down to ice the game, so you're just throwing to the sticks, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. In rhythm, they get it done. They're going to walk out of here with a win, David.
And this used to be a situation where you'd see offenses get very conservative, run the football. We gotta play safe. No. I'm putting the ball in my best player's hands, telling him to go end this thing, and he does exactly that. Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line